Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In the recent Roanoke TV crew shooting hoax, possibly the worst shooting hoax to date, several of you pointed out that the cameraman's name reminded you of the original Batman TV series, where Adam West played Batman and Burt Ward played Robin. The cameraman's name was Adam Ward, no doubt a fake name made up for the hoax. All of the people who participated in the hoax had fake names: Vester Flanagan, Vicky Gardner, Adam West, and Allison Parker. But if you go to Allison Parker's Facebook page, which is now in remembrance of her death, her name is Allison Bailey. And what's interesting about that is they had Allison Bailey or Allison Parker dressed up as Emily Parker from the Sandy Hook school shooting hoax, wearing the exact same outfit. This story, this Roanoke shooting hoax, it came 10 days after Donald Trump said, "I am Batman," which got a lot of media attention, as Donald Trump has been getting a ton of media attention lately. And the day after he said this, there was the reporting of a dead man who plays the character of Batman and visits children in children's hospitals. We'll get to that. And also the day following this, on August 17th, Yvonne Craig, who played Batgirl, died. So we got two people associated with Batman dying the day after Donald Trump says, "I am Batman." And this is reminiscent of how earlier in the year he came out and made all these racist remarks about Mexicans. Then next thing you knew, the news was covering stories about Mexicans doing illegal things, killing people in the United States. We got that ridiculous story in San Francisco about Juan Francisco Sanchez Lopez finding a federal agent's gun on the pier, picking it up out of a wet towel, and accidentally shooting and killing a woman. Completely ridiculous story following Donald Trump's racist remarks. And if you're new to my work, what I have been showing and demonstrating is that the mainstream media is an organized hoax, a psychological operations, a military agenda meant to carry out an agenda against we the people. All the information presented in the media is mostly fake, and it's only presented if it fits the agenda. Right now, the agenda is one based on division through racism, sexism, religion, and more. Anyhow, here's what I want to show you with Donald Trump saying, "I am Batman," and then all these Batman stories kicking off. I am, let's just begin with that phrase. I am is a very important phrase to the Masons and more. It's a spiritual phrase. I is the ninth letter, A is the first, M is the 13th. 9113 I am forms very special numbers, very relevant to September 11th. Think of the date 9/11/2001. 2001 has a numerology of 3, 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 equals 3. So the date in numerology can be represented 9/11/3. You don't have to break down 11 because it's a multiple of 11. In numerology, multiples of 11 can stay. So I am equals 9113, just like the date of September 11th. And making it even more incriminating, the 93 World Trade Center bombing came 3,119 days before 9/11/2001. On the date of the 93 World Trade Center bombing, the movie starring Michael Douglas, Falling Down, came out. No coincidence. The first plane to hit the World Trade Center on 9/11 hit floors 93 through 99. The new building that is built there, One World Trade Center, has a gematria of 93. There was flight 93 of 33 passengers that crashed in Pennsylvania that day. All part of this Masonic coding, all part of the hoaxes waged against us. These are the signs. Anyhow, I am Batman has gematria of 74, just like Masonic. And with regards to 9/11, the World Trade Centers were on the 74th meridian. 74, a number of sacrifice as well, related to the Masons. Jesus and cross summed to 74. Jesus crucified at age 33. Out of the 50 states, only one has a gematria of 74. It is the 33rd state, Oregon. All throughout geography, science, spirituality, 33 and 74 are paired together. On the periodic table, the 33rd element is arsenic, a killer, which has an atomic weight of 74 and a gematria of 33. On the hurricane scale, the qualifying wind speed for a hurricane is 33 meters per second or 74 miles per hour. These numbers are connected again through science, spirituality, geography. They're all fingerprints of the Masons who have built this world around us. In the most recent film, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, throughout the movie you're thought to think that Bane, the man, is the chief villain, but in the end you find out it's a woman who is actually the boss, and she reveals in the film that she had to change her name to Miranda, a 33 name, which probably reminds you of Miranda rights. On a little tangent, everything about the Miranda rights story is 33. Ernesto equals 33, Miranda equals 33. That was his name, Ernesto Miranda. It happened in Phoenix on the 33rd parallel on a date with 33 numerology. Again, these numbers are very Masonic. If you go through the history of the Supreme Court and look at all their major decisions, they're all by the numbers. Miranda rights is not unique. The Supreme Court is part of this Masonic joke. We've allowed 9 people to rule a nation of millions with the Supreme Court. Something that should be torn down, burned to the ground, and all those justices shot. All right, moving on, back to Batman. The day after Donald Trump, the biggest dipshit I've ever seen run for president, but so perfect for a dipshit nation, the day after he says this, we get these Batman-related deaths. Somebody known as a Good Samaritan, Lenny B. Robinson, who visited children's hospitals, was killed in Maryland in his Batmobile. This story is a complete joke, Truth Seeker. Also by the numbers, I'm just showing you this Batman theming. First, they call him Good Samaritan. Notice that Samaritan has gematria of 33. The phrase Good Samaritan in simple English gematria equals 137, and 137 is the 33rd prime number. His name, Lenny B. Robinson, has gematria of 79, just like Batmobile in simple English gematria. And his Batmobile was crushed in Maryland where he was killed. Look at Batmobile in Maryland in Pythagorean gematria, both 34. And this comes the day after Donald Trump says, I am Batman. Maybe meaning this guy can no longer be Batman because it's Donald Trump. But look, Trump and Maryland, both with 88 gematria. The words poison and program equal 88, as does the color purple. Uncle Sam equals 88. So, on this same day that we get the reporting of him dying, August 17th, Yvonne Craig, who played Batgirl, died. She died August 17th as well. Born May 16th, died August 17th. All day, CNN taunted us with this news ticker with a 33 minutes next to it. CNN, when they put up these numbers, they're not real. They don't represent how long the story's been up. They're just part of the numerical taunt. CNN broadcast from the 33rd parallel, founded by Robert Turner III. Robert and Turner both equal 33. His life number for November 19th, 1938 is 33. These are the signs of the Masons, the owners, the controllers, the people who program society. Anyhow, notice that Batgirl has gematria of 33. Dies the day after Donald Trump says, I am Batman. Yvonne Craig had name gematria of 61, a number connected to God. The date she was born on has a connection to the number 58. I just did a post on Daryl Dawkins, who had these same numbers, 58 and 61, found dead at 58 unexpectedly. As far as I know, he didn't have any Batman connections, though. The date Batgirl died on, August 17th, 2015, a date with 33 life lesson number. Batgirl dies on a day with a 33 life lesson number. As for me, my house was robbed November 15th, 2014, also a date with a 33 life lesson number, and I think this same gang that I'm exposing got my house. Got me in a very tight window, got me hard. Someday I'll tell you the story of what happened 7 days before that. Creepy stuff, I don't want to freak you out. Just know your boy here is a brave dude who will not be stopped. Pure determination. As for Batman Truth Seeker and Miranda saying she had to change her name to 33 to become in the League of Shadows in the latest Batman movie, think of the League of Shadows as the New World Order. The New World Order is an old world order. The word new has gematria of 555. The Washington Monument in this nation is 555 feet tall, sits across from the Pentagon that is five-sided of 5 floors with a 5-acre court in the middle. We started the Iraq War 555 days after September 11th on March 20th, 2003. Notice how Batman and New World Order have gematria of 174. What's interesting about Batman is if you break the word into two parts, bat and man, if you use simple English gematria on bat and Pythagorean on man and summit, it equals 33. And same vice versa. If you use simple English gematria on man and Pythagorean on bat, it also equals 33. I wonder if that's a coincidence or if that's even part of the coding. You think about it. Two different things, two different forms of gematria meets that number that's significant to the series. I am Batman. Also, True Seeker, this comes at a time where we're getting the Batman premiere shooting headlines. You know, James Holmes has been in the headlines all this time that we've been getting these Batman stories. He was just sentenced to life plus 3,318 years. 33, right in the front. 18 breaks down to 666. And check this out, Truth Seeker. Frank Miller is putting out a hardbound book of The Dark Knight Returns, and look at the release date of it. September 23rd, 2015. A date that's very much in focus. I just did a video showing how the shooting hoax in Roanoke, Virginia seems to be very much connected to the Pope's visit and also the 33-day Pope who died in 78, like the age Yvonne Craig died at. As I continue to assert, all these stories put out in the media are part of a pre-planned web. That's how they're able to pull them off as they do. It's the reason that Donald Trump says, I am Batman, and then the next day, Batman dies, who serves children at children's hospitals, and on that same day, Yvonne Craig dies. I meant to do videos on this earlier, but now with the recent shooting and them even coding it into that, I just have to bring it up, Truth Seeker. This stuff is sick, twisted, demented, and I so desperately want to put an end to it. If this knowledge spreads, the end will come faster than any of us know. So that's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. These people are frauds. We can't let them get away with their crimes. They all deserve to be taken down to Utah, where we've recently passed new laws in that state, bringing back firing squads. All these people belong in front of the firing squad, Donald Trump included, as well as all of his supporters. All right, until next time.